Hello, I'm AbineshAcharya. This is my part 2 submission for the ASE assignment. Here is my completed submission form. I confirm I have filled this honestly and all claims made here are supported by the code I am about to show. First, let me show my version control. So this is my GitHub. I have 41 commits, well over the required 20, documenting my progress since part 1. Now let's move to project. So first let's verify the Boost DLL version. Let's go here, click on this About menu. As you can see in the About dialog, I'm using the correct standard library version. So let's move to interfaces. For interfaces, I have used iBoots command. So how it works? The interface enforces a contract where every command must implement an execute method accepting the Boost context. This allows the parser to treat all commands polymorphically. It simply calls execute without knowing the specific command type. Also, I have declared my own interface, that is iExpression evaluator. So it works as this creates an abstraction layer for math and logic. The command classes depend on this interface, not a concrete implementation, which allowing me to swap the evaluation logic without breaking the commands. For now, let's move to unit testing. I have created separate unit test classes for every major component. Each test is fully documented with XML comments and follow the act, assert, arrange, act, and asset method. So you can see here. So it works as in arrange. I set up the context. In act, I execute the command, and in assert, I verify the state changes such as the pen position updates or change in or variables. Let's run test for now. As you can see, all 22 tests passed with green ticks, confirming the stability of my implementation. Now let's move to design patterns. For design patterns, first let's go to factory pattern, for which let's go to command factory. So, how it works? This class encapsulates the switch statement that maps command string string to class interface. The parser delegates creation to this factory, keeping the parser code clean. Now let's move to second design pattern, that is Singleton pattern. For Singleton, I have global config so it works as a private constructor and static instance property. Ensure only one configuration object which exists in memory, preventing conflicting settings. So now let's move to the strategy pattern, for which I expression evaluator so it works by injecting the interface into command, which can change the parsing algorithm at runtime. The command delegates the calculation work into the strategy object. So now let's move to the implementation of code by running it. Let's run the app. First, let's open int unrestricted int. Right. As you can see, it's running completely fine. So, how it works? So the int command parses the variable name and value. It then stores this key value pair in the int variables dictionary within the Boots context. Subsequent commands look up this value using the key. Let's go for real. It is also working completely fine. So let's go to real command to know how it works. So similar to ints but utilizing a separate real value variables dictionary in the context to store double precision floating point number, ensuring type safety. So let's move to third one, for that is array. It's showing error. This is just a typo. It's now working completely fine. So how it works? For that, let's move to array command. The array command allocates a new array in the context int arrays dictionary. Poke updates a specific index and pick retrieves a value from an index into a local variable. It also demonstrates pick and poke. Mm, Let moves to if and else. As you can see, it's working completely fine. So let's move to if command. So the if command evaluates the condition using the expression evaluator. If true, it executes the true block of command. If false, it jumps to the else block. I manage this by parsing the if else and int if tokens to build structured command list. Now for while, it is also working completely fine. Let's move how it works. First, let's go on while command. So the while command, it stores its body of commands, it executes them in a loop, re-evaluating the condition at the start of each iteration. It stops when the condition evaluates to false. Now for commands, it is also working completely fine. So it works as the for commands initializes a loop variable in each iteration. It executes the body and increments the variable by the step value checking against the in condition to in terminate. Now finally, methods. Is working completely fine. Let's open this one as well. One method, as there was typo, so it is also working fine. So how is it working? Let's go to method call. So when a method is defined, it stores its commands in a method object. When call is executed, I map the past arguments to the method parameter in a new local scope or context, and it executes the store commands and then return control to the main group. So that concludes my demo. I have shown full compliance with the assignment requirements, including all patterns, text, and language features. Thank you.